Namaste. The divine in me bows before the divine in all of you tonight. I come to you tonight with a heavy, sad, and somewhat confused heart. America is hurting tonight. We're all hurting. And I thought it might be good if we just came together and meditated a little bit. And I'll share a few quotes from Yogananda and just a few thoughts. But again, it's good for us to be together tonight, to huddle together, to support each other, and to love each other. I must say, I am shocked by what happened today and what's happening, but neither am I surprised. And I think probably most of you feel that way. The tensions have been so intense, and the irrationality has been so intense that it had to boil over, tragically and sadly. So what I'm going to do at first is just take us through a simple meditation. Yogananda said again and again, particularly in times of crisis, more than any other time, that's the time to come together and to pray and to meditate. And from that meditative peace, we can endure anything with love and wisdom, and we can let our light shine. Because right now the world needs, America needs our light. So it's just a very simple meditation. I want you to close your eyes. And to the best of your ability, steady your breath. Slow, steady inhalation. Pause, exhalation. Slow, steady inhalation. Pause, exhalation. Slow, steady inhalation. Pause, exhalation. Now I want you to bring your awareness to the first chakra at the base of your spine. The mantra is going to be very simple. Om on the in-breath, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti on the out-breath. Shanti is the Sanskrit word that stands for peace. So again, bring your awareness to the first chakra at the base of the spine. Breathe into it. Pause and exhale. And as I say the mantra, you breathe it in. Pause and exhale. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now come up to the second chakra, 1.5 inches to 2 inches up. Be there, breathe into it. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Third chakra. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Heart chakra. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Throat chakra. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Third eye. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Crown chakra. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now just sit for a moment or two with your eyes closed and just repeat that mantra internally. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Breathe into peace. Exhale all of the anxiety and agita. Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now take a deep breath and slowly begin to open your beautiful eyes. Again, it's good to be with you in the midst of this very painful evening in America and in the whole world. You've heard me say this numerous times during the various stages of the coronavirus pandemic, but Yogananda predicted that America would go through a period of real purification. And I think we're going through that. But he also made another prediction that is really very hopeful, that we will come through this dark time, that we will overcome, and that we will be better off as a nation for it. I want to read to you Yogananda's exact words. America has stored up enough good karma to defeat any aggressor, whether that aggressor comes from the outside or within. It is this plentiful good karma of America that is the divine fortress guarding America against any dire calamity. Dear Americans, you are protected not only by your good karma, but by the castle of divine grace. Remember that in these stressful times, to keep your faith in America, realizing that God has given her to us to cherish and to take care of and protect. God is with us, who ultimately can be against us. End of quote. So again, yes, we're going through a really difficult time of purification. But I believe the words of Yogananda, that the long-term karma of the United States is good. This is a deep purification that we're going through. And I just want to share 3 brief thoughts that can help us get through this time. Again, we're all hurting tonight. The collective consciousness of America, the collective mind tonight is hurting. It's normal to have fear. It's normal in the context of what's happening today to be confused. It's even normal to have some anger about it. But I want you to remember this, that we are all connected. We're intertwined. The entanglement theory says that in physics that we're all one, and there is a collective mind, a collective consciousness called America. You and I, through our prayers, even when we're not feeling it, you and I through our meditation, you and I through our loving thoughts, we are seeding the mind of America. We are bringing light into the darkness. Never doubt the power of your individual consciousness, your individual prayers, your individual meditation, and our collective prayers and meditation. Never doubt the efficacy, the power to, again, seed and to heal the American heart and the American mind. Now more than ever, we have to be people of prayer and meditation and love. My second point is that a form of darkness has visited America today. Again, it's been brewing for a while. What happened today ultimately is not surprising. I told my wife Vicki a number of times I've been waiting for this kind of thing to happen. But this is what I want you to know. That darkness is ultimately arrogant. And because it's ultimately arrogant, it's self-defeating. Yes, the darkness is on display today. But the darkness is not going to extinguish the light. The light is going to extinguish the darkness. But the darkness has to come into the light in order for the light to extinguish it. There's a quote from the prologue of John's Gospel that I think applies perfectly. The light came into the world and the darkness did not overcome the light. You and I are called to be the light in the darkness, and I'm telling you, in time, the light will extinguish the darkness. Let your light shine now more than ever. And my third point, I want to just have another quote from Yogananda. And he said this quote after the Second World War, when the Cold War was really heating up and there was concerns of a nuclear holocaust. It is not with subterranean cities and dungeons and bunkers that will protect America, but a continuation of her present good and generous actions. Now is the time for all of us, individually and collectively, to do good. Now's not the time to kind of go into a shell and just hide. Now's the time to really express our love. Now's the time to be generous. Now's the time to be good, because every act of generosity and love, it puts God's mantle of protection around us that will ultimately bring us through the darkness. So now's not the time to allow our fear to fester and to become anger and resentment. Now's the time to be good and now's the time to do good. So I'm going to give you all a little bit of a homework assignment. Let's all take tomorrow and do something as an offering of goodness. You can fast for the day. You can be in silence for the day. You can do an act of loving kindness that you otherwise wouldn't have done. I'm going to use something I learned from my Catholic school days. Offer it up. Make a sacrifice on behalf of our country. And the word sacrifice doesn't mean to punish yourself. It means to make sacred, to make whole. So I'm asking all of you, myself included, tomorrow, let's do something extra. An act of kindness, prayer, generosity, sacrifice, offering it all up for the good of our nation. And I'm going to close with 2 quotes from Jesus that I just want you to ponder. He said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons and daughters of the Most High God." If you're a spiritual person, if you're a God-fearing person, if you're a person of goodwill, this is the time to be a peacemaker. And the final quote I will give from Jesus, let it percolate in your heart. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Let that percolate in your heart. And please know that Vicki and I love you. We're praying for everybody in our Assisi family. We will get through this together. God is with us. Paramahansa Yogananda is with us. The protection of the gurus are with us. Jesus is with us. Saints and angels are with us. We're going to end with a short chant by Swami Nirvanananda, our beloved Italian Swami, and it's a version of the prayer of St. Francis. God bless you, and again, we love you.
Where there's hatred, let me sow love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon. Where there's discord, let me sow union. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's error, let me sow truth. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Oh, my Master, grant that I might not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love, for it's in giving that we receive, it's in pardoning that we are pardoned, it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Oh my Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace.
Namaste. God bless you.